Have you ever played a game so atmospheric you can't help but wonder how it would translate into other media? We get that feeling a lot. From small and touching indie titles to breathtaking and wild AAA experiences, quite often we've wondered what a game would look like if it was turned into a movie or a TV show. Today we're going for the latter and considering 5 video games that really should have a TV series by now. We know games being turned into other media hasn't really had the greatest track record in existence, but we can hope, right? Hey guys, Arcade Cloud here, and today we're counting down 5 video games that should be made into TV shows. If you're new to our channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with some friends. It's free. At number 5, we have Splatoon. Though not exactly a particularly atmospheric game, am I the only one who thinks that Nintendo's 2015 shooter Splatoon and the 2017 shooter Splatoon 2 would make a really cool anime? It's campy, it's urban, it's got a charming visual style, unique character designs, and the potential for a really good series to be made out of it. The first game follows the player in an attempt to rescue the Great Zapfish, the source of power for Inkopolis. Each level contains a multitude of obstacles in the player's path that results in a boss fight after the level has been cleared. Splatoon isn't a very story-driven game, but it's almost entirely the unique street style and characters that make me want a series of this so bad. The world has been pretty fleshed out by Nintendo, with fictional pop groups such as the Squid Sisters and Off the Hook, with a multitude of songs being a thing that actually exists in the world. I can't understand what they're saying in the slightest, but Marina is cute, so I'll happily listen to their entire discography on repeat without issue. The sequel to Splatoon, the game that features Off the Hook, fleshes out the world and adds some key features that were missing from the original game, including the ability to unlock new weapons in the single-player mode and a wave-based mode called Salmon Run. I feel like a lot of people might end up disagreeing that Splatoon should be made into a TV series, but the world is so alive I can't just not want this show to be a real thing. At number 4, we have Ace Attorney, or Phoenix Wright. Everybody loves Law & Order. Running for 20 seasons, it's one of the most successful crime dramas of all time. Now imagine something in the style of Law & Order, only with Phoenix Wright taking the starring role. Ace Attorney is a game series that became something of a phenomenon since its original release in 2001, and its iconic scenes and quotes are known throughout the gaming community, even to players who know next to nothing about the series. Ace Attorney, with its tense courtroom scenes and fun investigation sequences, would make for a fantastic crime drama, with episodes being able to be split across both investigations and edge-of-the-seat courtroom settings. Though maybe not for everyone, Ace Attorney is an iconic series and definitely one that would at least work as a TV series, if nothing more. For those not in the know, Miles Edgeworth, a friend of Phoenix Wright from childhood, is the recurring rival prosecutor, and the protagonist of the Ace Attorney Investigations games. In addition to Edgeworth, each game introduces a new rival character that are consistently shown to be conceited and bombastic in their approach to cases. Though certainly not the best game series of all time, nor the best-selling game series of all time, Ace Attorney is certainly iconic, and a title I feel would really work well in the crime drama format. Personally, I would love to see Miles Edgeworth being played by a real actor. At number 3, we have BioShock. BioShock. With its unforgettable visual style and seriously creepy storyline, the FPS series that first launched in 2007 is one I feel would work particularly well as a TV series. For those not aware, the game series follows multiple different protagonists in a fictional world set in the 20th century. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of a TV series that BioShock could follow in the footsteps of in terms of an inspiration, but needless to say, it's certainly unique and intriguing enough to warrant a series. Without spoiling too much, the game takes place in multiple different settings in the same universe over the course of the 3 games. The first is set in the underwater city of Rapture in 1960, where scientists discover a substance that can change an individual's genetic makeup. The sequel is set in the same city, 10 years after the events of the first game, and the prequel, Infinite, takes place in a floating city suspended from various blimps and balloons. The series is pretty dark and gritty, and a similar action series would be most welcome for fans of the series. You probably saw this one coming. At number 2, we have The Last of Us. The Last of Us came out in 2013 and was met with great critical acclaim from just about everyone. The player controls Joel, a survival of the zombie apocalypse 20 years after the outbreak first came about, and who is tasked with smuggling Ellie, a teenager, into a rebel militia's safe zone outside of the quarantine zone. The Last of Us is fabulously cinematic and a fantastic addition to any game collection that boasts relatable characters and an enchanting soundtrack to boot. The reason it's on our list is because of The Walking Dead, basically. The Walking Dead proved that a zombie action drama series can be really well executed and successful, and with the world and setting of The Last of Us, we really feel as if the game could do the genre justice, especially with the universal acclaim The Last of Us was met with on release. The Last of Us ended up getting a remastered edition the year after the release of the PS4, which is obviously as fantastic as the original. If you haven't gotten around to playing the game yet, you should do that right now. It doesn't matter matter if you don't have a PlayStation, this is a game you have to play at some point, or at the very least watch a Let's Play of it. It's quite the ride, and the ending especially will leave you stunned. And at number 1, topping the list, is L.A. Noire, mainly because of how convinced we are that this would make a fantastic cop drama. If you're on this channel, you probably already know, but for the benefit of those who don't, L.A. Noire is a detective game set in Los Angeles in 1947 that was released in 2011 for PS3 and Xbox 360, and PC. The game follows Detective Cole Phelps through a variety of multiple cases based on individual types of crime. L.A. Noire stuck out for blending seriously interesting investigative scenes with well-executed action, with cases being drawn from real-life events, and with the greater freedom that can be brought about from a scripted version of L.A. Noire, I'm confident that the adapters of the game could do a great job with such a diverse and vibrant world. A large portion of L.A. Noire revolves around being able to read the facial expressions of various subjects in-game using the at-the-time revolutionary motion scan by depth analysis technology to capture actors' faces from 32 different angles. This could translate really well over to a TV series, encouraging audience participation in the story as they attempt to figure out whether the suspect being interrogated is guilty or not. It's kind of a staple with crime shows, but it doesn't make it any less of an asset for the show. To anyone that's ever played L.A. Noire, there's no doubt that the game would make a fantastic, gritty cop drama that would be a fantastic addition to a lot of the TV guides the world over. And there you have it, our list of the 5 video games that should be made into TV shows. Do you agree? Did we miss something? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos from Arcade Cloud on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Take care and game on.